Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for October 7th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching this in time, it might be extremely relevant or absolutely horrendous. And if that is the case, stick around, enjoy the show. I was saying in the mini reads, definitely have a laugh at my expense if that is the case. If this makes sense, I really hope that this is a good message based off of the mini reads. It seems to be that you have some things that you are going to be facing right now, which would be people of the past. I feel a lot of manipulative energy coming towards you where you have to pass a test. But I also see that you're going to be passing it. And this is something that has been having some sort of an effect on health, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. But the karmic scales are being balanced, so don't let anything freak you out. All right, I want to kick this off with Rider-Waite, and at the base of this, we got the Four of Wands. If you are somebody who does relationship readings, this is like the card to have. Now, I get it. It's the Twin Flame 1111. Twin Flame, soulmate, kindred spirits. I just buckle them all into the same group because honestly, it's all about you. It is genuinely all about you. So this, whatever resides in you, is going to show up externally. You might as well be happy with it. So what I'm seeing, especially with the mini reads, is huge manifestation, especially in the time of the Libra new moon. Again, wherever you're catching this in time, this is probably at its peak point in your life, not the new moon or anything, but the personal energy that you're feeling. So, let's see, we have High Priestess. What I love about this is this energy is in a new phase who doesn't need any more info or insight on the situation. They have all of this. They have this truth. They have the truth. They have the knowledge. They have all the facts in front of them. They're very confident about their decision. So what I'm seeing here is not only is this a sort of celebration, this is kind of like a graduation for you. This is great. Looking back at the mini reads, which I'm not kidding, go to the timestamp. You passed the test. Happy graduation. You are going through major ascension, but you are also going through this really crazy awareness with how manifesting you are. Don't worry, I'm still having a hard idea with it myself. Can I really do this? Apparently Spirit says yes, so stick around, we're gonna see what's up. It's time for you to splurge on yourself a little bit. How? We're going to see. This is really interesting. There's a lot of feeling of escalation in this. Whatever the karmic situation is, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, is something that has had a focus on you for quite some time. And I feel like this has been a book that you have read over and over and over again, and you couldn't put it down. So what I'm seeing, with everything that you have been through in these moments, you've got a story to tell. You've got a lot to share. And really, you think that this is just how it's going to be. Your experience is not a cautionary tale. Do you honestly think that with everything that has been going on in the world, with all the people in it, with every walk of life that there is, you had somehow screwed up your way of life, your way of being, your way of living, to where you're not going to get anything more out of life, you're not going to get what you want? Baby, that's the furthest thing from the truth. What you're experiencing right now is the exam. You've studied for this for years. I'm incredibly confident with what the outcome is going to be for you. You have the Two of Cups behind you. This is like, this is the raise you didn't even know that you were in store for. Life's giving you a gift. You're welcome. But there's 2 5s, and there's moons all over the board here. This is definitely invoking change. So, what do we need to look at with this? Tell me more, tell me more. By the way, I hate the movie Grease. I never liked it. Well, okay, I can't say that. Maybe when I was 5 I liked it. But then I was like, wait a minute, why is she doing all this? Maybe I'm just cynical. Maybe I'm just jaded by that. But, here we are. Ooh. Sorry, cards are starting to fall. I'm not even paying attention. Spirit, this new cycle, this person had the straw that broke the camel's back. Can you tell me more about it? Okay, it is really random that I sang Grease, and I know that I said tell me more, but honestly, why would I just, okay. So Grease actually might be something that is pretty much a sign or a keynote or some sort of sweet memory in your life. Something about the movie might be resonating with you. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what to tell you. It was made in like 78, John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John. Yeah, you're not open to whatever comes after this. The 3 of Cups you were so certain of, you were so sure of, and then it fell flat on its face in front of you, and you think that this is just the hard truth of life? Sorry, no, that's not how this is gonna go. You have the Queen of Pentacles completely on her head. This is the divine nurturer who feels like utter junk about this. You really are being harsh about your energy. You are really being a little bit too firm with your idea of yourself or your idea of what it is that you do deserve. And I see the firmness as like a roughness. You're really quick to punish yourself or put yourself through this downward emotional spiral in this. There's something that needs to be surrendered to at this. You haven't risen above the problem yet. So I want to look more into that. It's about whoever's energy has ghosted you. You think that they don't want you. You think that they haven't seen you. So what I'm seeing here is they were actually legitimately probably forced away from your energy field because you watching this had to take your power back. You had to be empowered. So what's very admirable about you is you are strong, and I'm sure you're sick of hearing that. If anyone says that to me, I'm just kind of rolling my eyes. Yeah, great, we're strong. When does the strength get to stop? Well, you want to know what? This is where the Star card is coming in. It's Aquarian energy. We are in the age of Aquarius. Yeah. And also, it can deal with a time frame or somebody whose sun, moon, rise, or Venus, or Mars. Some sort of planetary alignment with Aquarius. Somebody, it feels like they made the wrong judgment, but honestly, it was still a judgment. The test that's coming in right now, first off, is going to be a test of exactly what your outlook is, what your mindset is with this, but it's going to involve the people who have left, abandoned, or ghosted you in the past. I want to say recent, but honestly, what the heck is recent? Yesterday? It doesn't really count. They just turned off their phone and went to sleep. So this is whoever of the past who you are still keeping in your mind, that you still go back to, who you feel like hasn't even acknowledged that you existed. This person has in some way, shape, or form looked at you, kept an eye on you. And I know that's not something that you want to hear, because why wouldn't they make the movement towards you? Because they know that they, in some way, shape, or form, effed up. How could they come towards you with what transpired, with how people got hurt in this? I think that they have this idea of, yes, it would be unfair, but something about the energy right now is dragging this in. So I'm getting pulled towards the archetype. I'm going to shuffle this weirdly because there's 80 cards here. We're going to do this. So If it turns up upright, this is the archetype that you're working with. If it's upside down, shadow work that we are facing right now. So you have the wounded child in reverse. That is the shadow work that's coming in. We have the networker, which is upright. So this is going to be through the informational field. So obviously, probably online, unless somebody's still doing chainmail or somebody is, you know, in a group chat. I really feel like this is based on telecommunications. I'm just going to put it out there. But somebody is going to be making kind of an excuse for their actions. No, you're not going to buy it because so much time has passed. Why would you? Sorry, no, it's not gonna, you're not gonna go with the story that they're trying to sell you, but we're going to get more on it. So, blames dysfunctional relationship on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. I'm this way because I get it. The travesties of trauma, we are not immune to it, but this is not going to be an excuse for what transpired in here. You can love them, you can send them compassion for it, you don't have to be angry, you can be sympathetic with it, and forgiveness can really be on the table, but it doesn't mean that you're going to accept their excuse as let's let bygones be bygones and let's start over. You guys are not going to be able to go back to the way that it was before because you watching this are an entirely different person. And by experience, they would be too. So what we're seeing right here is somebody reaching out, and I see that they really do want to make communication. I do see that it is in their heart and that it is something that they want to, in some way, shape, or form, make right, because it feels like the idea of not having you in their life is scary. Even if it's a manipulative tactic, some sort of aspect of you just not existing as a light in their life is hard for them to face, even though there's been this ghost period. I think there's been some sort of a connection between you guys still, which, you know, that I always recommend, especially in these kinds of situations, cord pulling ceremonies, because you can feel this energy. So when you do a cord pulling ceremony, it detaches the cord, but also if you bump into that person, you don't have the remnants of that cord, so it's not affecting you, especially like it would have in the past. So tell me more about this particular person. What do you have to look like? What is their underlying motive with this? Okay, this does not go with that deck, and this does not go with that deck. I just put them in reverse. That's great. So I think that this person has been going through healing, and this is why they have this feeling that they would be reaching out to you. The child wounded in children. They've been healing their inner child. So many of us have been doing that. I'm sure that you have. I have. Clients have been. The collective readings have been. Everybody's been healing that beautiful, divinely wounded child, which, you know, that little kid deserves to be rescued and healed and brought forth into the you now. It brings so much of this beautiful, playful energy back into us. They've been healing their inner child. So this has been a very lengthy process for them, as it has been for you. But I feel like you were moving on from whatever the connection was, and that this person has been feeling that pull. And again, that's probably why they're making notice in your world right now. Let's see what this is. Okay. If this is, if something in either this or the interactions is getting under your skin or getting you to go like, wait a minute, that's weird, like, I don't know about this. Trust your spidey senses with it, because your intuition does not lie. Your initial thought on it, your initial feeling, that gut feeling, is usually right. What follows after it is the ego and your reasoning with it. So don't let that get in the way with what's going on right now. We also have the change positions. Yep. You can't do the remedy of the past with this. You have to see it clearly for what it is. How has time and space changed you? What about the past situation do you still carry with you that maybe you need to start changing within you? Oh, Do you have any resentment as they come across your mind or across your screen? That's something that you need to address right now. Trust me, I understand. But what are you going to allow into your world now? Now that you've experienced what you've experienced, what are you going to allow into your circle, your energy field, your experience? What is going to be in the proximity of you? Something that you can't stomach, I wouldn't allow it. If it's something that's causing you agitation or anxiety, probably shouldn't allow it. There's something that you need to let go of. All right, there's something new that's coming in. A new path, a new career, new love. It's not going to be what it was in the past. Love and life and the path forward, it's always going to involve work. Always. If you have breath in your body, that involves work. No matter how you try and swing it, you have to decide what work you're willing to do in this life. And it doesn't have to be backbreaking. It doesn't have to be so hard. So we're gonna go with something that is new, that is lighter, and that is going to take time. So I wanna shuffle this again. Whoops. It's funny because I saw the daughter a minute ago. First off, I think that you're going to get in touch with a little bit of your assertive side. Assertive is not off-putting. Just when you are starting to do it in your life, because you haven't gotten used to it, does it feel like you're out of pocket? You're not. You are a very powerful person. I don't think that this is entitlement or expectations that you're projecting onto somebody else. You're letting people know what your standard is and what you're willing to accept. So whether it's your love life, your career, your education, your home, the home environment, whatever is changing, what it is changing into is not going to be the detrimental pain that it was before. It didn't happen overnight. So you're willing to take all the time in the world, but you're going to start laying down the line when it comes to you. So who do you need to forgive? Let's talk about forgiveness. Being pulled to the numerology deck. So let's see. Empowerment's on the bottom. Virgo, that's my sign. So this might be a Virgonian person or time frame, or I don't know. But anyway, this is insightful, healthy, methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, solitary. Solitary. Curatorial. Hopefully I said that right. Critical, nervous, perfectionist. Opposition, balance. Relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes subconscious, manifests, discipline, conflicts with, tests, objectifies, calls out. And I want this final card, the 12th house, surrender. Crap. Bottom of the deck is intimacy. I'm not going to look anymore. Surrender to the intimacy, the subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, trance states, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, Akashic records. So, investments, intensity, contracts, sex, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, obsession, inheritance, Kundalini energy, which you've been going through a Kundalini rising. Well, yeah, rising. Yeah. So then we have stalking in the underworld. I'm not really in favor of the stalking. But I feel like this is not creepy, overbearing psycho stalker vibe. Again, from what I said in the little part of the reading, I think that this is somebody who just peeks and checks up on the energy. I do feel this crazy connection, and I do feel like balance is being restored. So, what needs to be forgiven? The Alchemist, empowerment, balance, surrender, and intimacy. So this is somebody who really, really, really had to grow up and who was very timid of what possibility and how far that they could fall, not just even with you, but in their life. They were afraid of repercussions. They were afraid of making the wrong choice, afraid of accidents. They didn't even know themselves, which that is scary. I mean, if you are leading your life and you have no idea who or what you are, then I get where that fear is coming from. Because even though you've been in body, it feels like you're out of your mind. So this is somebody who really just went through a really intense ascension phase. The thing is, how sympathetic could you be? Because you, my dear, have done the same exact thing, but you didn't run. I think that's where the empathy runs out. Like, I did too. I get it. But look where I am. Right here. So, now that we know exactly what we have to forgive, what are some things that you have to look forward to through that? And I'm being pulled to the saints and angels. We have learning experience and forgiveness. It's great when you actually do learn forgiveness. I gotta say, forgiveness is great because it takes that stupid weight off of you and it takes that anger off of you. If nothing else, freedom exists just to relieve you of the anger. And again, anger, I never want you to lose the ability to get angry. I think that anger is a very transformative and healthy feeling and emotion. It's always the underlying feeling of fear and pain. So this, if nothing else, it's worth you not having to feel that anger anymore. So wise decision, learning experience, stress management. You have to look forward to really stepping into your personal purpose, because whatever energy you had put into dwelling on this person, dwelling on this situation, it really occupied a great portion of your life. And it was the elephant in the room that, you kept peeking at through the side of your eye, but never really wanted to look at or address. So this, I have a feeling that first off, congratulations, you have gained so much confidence. You've gained a lot of your sense of purpose, not even about this person, but in your life. And I see the healing, I see the anger dissipating, and I see that you are very experienced in making wise decisions and making good decisions for your life and feeling this all-encompassing empowerment with you. And the likely result of all of this is your inner child gets to come out and play. You're no longer going to keep yourself up at night wondering what you did, why you weren't enough, and why things happen to you. You're pulling back your energy. How does it feel to be whole again? And you have a lot of rewards. I just feel so good about this. If nothing else, you get yourself back with all your wisdom, experience, your innocence, just all the polarities of you are fused into this one power ball that is you. So, final card. Are you kidding me? You found it. How crazy is it that all along it was you? It was always about you. It was always you. All right, beautiful. If you have questions about booking a session or seeing about the services I provide, what might be right for you, or any sales, reach out in the email address or find me on the social platforms to DM me, because your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense. I do hope that this finds you well, and I'll talk to you very soon. Stay safe, have fun, and just know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. So this is take 2. Few things happened in the last video. For instance, I didn't light any incense, and then I was doing the reading even after I had not done it, or the incense part, and I laughed so hard I snorted, and I really couldn't stop myself, so I had to take a minute. Anyway, I have a plethora of cards on my desk, piles, like different decks. So I have the mermaids and dolphins here, and this bad boy was flipped on the floor. I'm recording this in the time of the Libra new moon 2021. So while that's awesome, you could be catching this anywhere in time, but the fact that I'm recording this on the new moon is pretty cool. It's huge manifestation time. Libra is all about justice, balancing the scales, and getting into alignment with what you genuinely want. I feel like this is ascension. This is not a time for you, wherever you're catching this in time, to play it mild, to play it humble, or what's that other M word that I'm looking for? Well, anyway, it's not a time for you to just be light about this. What is the M word that I'm looking for? Anyway, hi. So this is what came out, and this is where I started to lose it, because the yes card, the yes, you're being helped, the blessed change, you have massive changes that are occurring in your life, which may not seem like a blessing right now because you might have your death grip on something. The point is, you're being helped to let go of this so you can accept what this beautiful gift is that is coming your way. You are being helped, so they're saying, listen, put the intention out there. You're already in alignment. Let us deliver this to you. So this feels like it has overnight shipping on it, which I can totally dig. Anyway, so I was thinking, all right, so we're being helped, so you can relax. And that's when the yes came out, and that's when I lost it. So what does Spirit want you to know about the way of which your desire, your manifestation, your change is coming about? Let's see. Mother healing. All right, so we got to deal with some maternal caregiver issues, or divine feminine issues. The divine mother, divine feminine, it really should be genderless. We all have this inside of us. So this is about learning how to be compassionate with yourself and not being so serious about everything all the time. Life is definitely complex. You don't need to be serious about it. There is wiggle room for play, and this is what you're getting in touch with right now, which I do feel is a point of you not feeling guilty about it. So go play on the playground while your gift is being delivered. You'll have the notification for it. I'm sending you so much love. Dream big. If you're coming across this, we need to see what energy is coming towards you. Masculine, feminine, fun, something that you need to keep your guard up around. Listen with an open heart and an open mind, and if this does not resonate, don't force it. But what do you need to be aware of and what's en route to you? So, whoop. It's a learning lesson, to say the least. Let's see. I feel like this is somebody who definitely feels like they either have the weight of the world on their shoulders, or they have been pressured to back into a corner. This is somebody who's not necessarily the most balanced, which is fine. I feel like their imbalance is leading towards manipulation tactics, and I feel like this might be somebody that you need to keep your guard up around. You know it because it makes you feel uneasy, even if they do have a pleasant face, even if they do have pleasant intentions. Your intuition is not stupid and it does not lie. So, if this is something that you are feeling in your gut, in your at your core, understand that no matter how this is masked, this is not somebody that you need to be around. So what I'm seeing in here is, don't let yourself be deceived by lies. This is a huge test that you are supposed to pass. You have all the information, and it's now time for you not to actually have these particular energies rule over your own voice, but rather than make your voice heard with them. Because I do feel like this is somebody who in the past, and maybe even still in the present, is under your skin. They have tried this with multiple people, and you are now on the roster. So take this for what it's worth. don't take the bait, no matter how enticing it looks from this particular person. It is a test. You're going to pass because your awareness is your preparedness. And after this, you know, I want to see. I want to see. Oh, okay, so right off the top. Okay, so you get the Queen of Cups, you and your keen eye right here. It's like you have a hawk's eye view. You're seeing all the little things that you would have overlooked in the past. Be very clear about what you are reading. I think that is very important that you read into it. So there's a hunch that you have about what you are reading. And this is actually going to have a major payoff. I think you're going to avoid a lot of stress in this situation. And you want to know what? You don't need to explain yourself away to them. Stand your ground. It's time that you make your voice heard. This is you being in your truth. You're not going to be led by anxiety with this particular person. Again, your preparedness is your awareness, and I don't care who it is in your life, don't let them pull one over on you just by whatever status they claim to have. No. Sending you a ton of love. You got this. If you are coming across this, I want to see about I feel this is the second video I'm doing about an energy coming towards you. So if you've come across this, I gotta wonder, did you see the other video? Also, what do you need to know else about this? Okay, so there's a choice that's coming in. There's somebody who, I feel like there's more than one person who you actually have to look at in this scenario. What it's involving, I'm not sure yet. Somebody sees that you have gone on to a new phase. They're admiring your strength. They see how open and honest you are. The intensity that they are feeling about the situation is escalating. And I really feel like they're coming towards you and they're holding back so hard from, I think, the contact. There's something that they don't want to tell you that they're withholding from. They feel like they've been watching you for some time, not in a crazy, overbearing, psycho stalker way. I feel like this is just somebody who checks in on you or goes through like a social platform to see if you're doing good. I feel like this is somebody who has abandoned or discarded you in the past. It is a sense of discard. Somebody that had multiple choices, but they didn't choose you. They led with something that was more anxiety based. I feel like there is an authentic connection there, and this person feels like they had missed the boat on it. They know that this was probably even a toxic scenario where maybe you were addicted to their energy or vice versa, or maybe it was a mutual codependent addiction thing that you had finally gotten over. I feel like you, on some really very important level, have moved on, and this person feels that removal in such a way. So what I'm seeing here is them needing that feeling back. So don't be surprised if you hear from one or more people in the past who maybe have ghosted you, blocked you, abandoned you. You might have been seeing their name. You might have been seeing special numbers that remind you or symbols that remind you of them. I do feel like it is a particular person, and I feel like there's more than one person who's coming in, but this particular energy is one that very catastrophically ghosted you. So just keep your watchful eye open. Anyway, what's after this? Hold on, we only have 1 second left. Okay, so you get the High Priestess. It was at the bottom of the deck. You and your confidence, you have all the information that you need in this. You are in a new phase. You've moved on. Bye, love. Hey there, Captain Sassy Pants. If you have found your wonderful way around this, then we're going to be getting a message from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. So I hope that this is a good message. I hope that it resonates, and if it doesn't, then I hope you have a good laugh at my expense. What's up? It's all good. What do you need to know? I'm breaking the deck. Worthiness, ready, set, go. I'll take it. And no, I don't always split the deck and look at it. I just, what's in the moment? Oakley dokley. What do you need to hear? What's at the bottom of this? Helpful person. All right, somebody is helping you see yourself. You have a really wonderful friend around you who is helping you see the true, authentic nature of yourself. And I think that this is somebody who both is making work on self-forgiveness. Not that this person is sitting there and being like, now you're going to do this. I think by their simple action and questioning, you are being triggered to do some reflection. It's like, well, wait a minute. What about it? Go check out the other Mermaids and Dolphins reading that I post along with this batch. It's going along with Dream Big and Waves of Prosperity moving towards you, and this so ties into it. So I see that you're working with a kindred spirit who's, I think, not only patient, but I think that they're invoking a sense of calm with you, and that you are actually having a higher sense of self, higher sense of worthiness, a higher sense of self-esteem developing. This is a genuine person. They're not trying to fluff you up. And I also see that you have a lot of things that are on the other side of this door right now. It's not even that it's on its way to you. It's not even that it's off in the distance. You're being slammed, but, well, not slammed, but you are being frozen, I guess, frozen behind a door right now. Before you are even allowed to open it, you have to readdress yourself. You have to readdress the way that you see yourself, the way that you feel about yourself, the way that you talk about yourself, and the way that you speak things into existence with yourself. The suffering has got to be over. You are, you're pretty awesome. Spirit, your friend, you, your higher self, are not going to take any more of these shenanigans about you talking smack to yourself. You have waves of prosperity, presents that are on the other side of this door that are waiting for you to open them. And it's time that you stop wasting time and beating yourself up for things that aren't even real about you, and go get this life that is calling you in. Hop to it. Now go check out the other reading, because this is wild. Love you, bye. Hey there, love. So, if you found your way to this message, or if you watch my videos in sequence, we're going to get a message for you. So, I'm being actually pulled to this bad boy. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. Something about a second opinion coming in. If this does not resonate, enjoy, laugh at my expense, or go about your day. However, I hope that you stick around. I hope the reading makes sense, and I hope that it's a good message. What do you need to know about a second opinion? Let's see. All right, so something with... You know, fear is not really something that protects you. It stops you from progressing as much as you could. Danger is something that is very, very real. Danger and fear are not the same. No. You can be afraid all you want, but you're punishing yourself for a hypothetical situation that's not occurring. You are more than okay. You are going to continue to be okay, and if not, even better than okay. So the second opinion is talking about don't give up. Just because somebody told you one thing doesn't mean that that has to be the outcome. Two different people can be looking at the same thing and see a different solution, which I feel, if this is dealing with your health, might be the actual case. So whatever this is involving, if this is kind of getting you down in the dumps, you don't need to take it. You don't need to take any of it. See what your other options are. All right, so, all right, laughter is the best medicine. And acceptance. Listen, it's time for you to change the makeup of your physical vehicle. So I feel like your physical environment might be probably feeling low vibe, probably even toxic, getting stuck in these kind of anxious ideas, memories, and being in that fear zone. It tends to overwhelm the body. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I cannot diagnose anybody. That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying it's time for you to lighten up your body, because whatever thought process, whatever fear, whatever pessimism, it's starting to take hold in the body. You might actually be feeling more tired or weak or what have you in your life right now. So Stop it right now. Not that it's going to be like a switch flip, but it's time that you start acknowledging where you're holding this in your body and start to do the healing process and bringing laughter and light back into your life. I hope that made sense. It's time to heal yourself. This might be a part 2-er, because I feel like this is not done. Yeah, I'm getting pulled to a second deck for this particular mini read. Acceptance. Great. Acceptance does not mean that you are laying down and taking whatever this crap situation or crap feeling is trying to tell you. No. Enchantment. Okay. I'm seeing the swan in this. Swans are massive about peace, but also divine union. So this union, I think that this is more of you getting in touch with your authoritative, say-so masculine side of yourself. And I think that that's more like the exterior shell rather than the internal. So I see that there's a hard outside covering, but inside I see that there's a merriment of divine feminine energy. You need to be a little bit more compassionate and kinder with yourself and your vehicle. Being hard just because you know what you can take is not going to be the way forward on this one. Gentleness is going to be the undertone of healing with this, but also standing your ground. So, meditation has been taking a different meaning with myself recently, especially in readings, because I don't know about you, but meditation has been something that has been hard. There's been this, you can get into a meditation, but it doesn't have to look exactly like you would think. So what I'm seeing in this is, it's almost like feng shui for your mind, if you can imagine that. I know how weird that sounds. Don't think that it's lost on me, but it's really kind of like this idea of putting in place in certain areas in your mind or even in your environment, things that are going to light you up, that are going to change your visual perspective on things. It's all about a personal positive buildup rather than this sucks, this isn't going to work, this, that, and the other thing. There's always a reason for every challenge. This is a challenge that you're overcoming, and this is reprogramming. You have no idea how magical, how empowered you are. And this is saying, sit with yourself for 10 minutes and see where your thoughts go and start to jot it down. Do this on a regular basis. You don't have to sit a particular way. You don't have to think a particular way. You don't even have to, I don't know, do anything a particular way. But see where your natural setting is, where it goes, and start to be that bouncer of the thoughts, because you can start to nitpick at it and really start to build it up in a positive way. You are healing not only yourself, but your mindset and what comes after this. So I hope that it made sense. It gets better. I'm sending you a ton of love.